Hi, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. So, what are the things we want to look at when we are feeling sluggish and tired and having low energy? What is the first thing we want to do? I'll get into that here in a minute. Just a reminder about my online 12-week course for 18 years on up. It helps you heal spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. For 30 plus years, I felt stuck. I was angry. I was bitter. I was depressed and had suicidal thoughts for a long time, and I was unable to move forward through past childhood trauma, and I was the victim. I did not know how to get past my pain and hurt, and not only did I suffer spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, I was suffering physically as well. And when we take care of our health, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, we are able to be more balanced and able to handle and tackle life so much easier. I was able to, after hitting rock bottom, I was able to be guided, and I literally turned my life over to God, and I just asked questions. Show me how. I don't know how this works. What do I need to do? And when we ask questions, what should I start doing? What should I stop doing? God gives you a way. So people will come into your life, classes will come to you, books will come your way, and honestly be willing to be open to new ideas and learning and thinking outside the box like you've never done before. It is essential to have an open mind to allow room for growth and healing spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. This online 12-week course starts June 24th and goes to September 9th. And it's a weekly Monday, hour to hour and a half long live Zoom class with like-minded people. And then you get a 15-minute one-on-one consultation with me each week to help you reach your targeted goal areas. I am excited to work with you. I am ready to help you transform your life and making it go so much smoother and have joy and learning your mission, your purpose, and learning how to have self-love, self-worth. None of these did I have until I hit rock bottom, and it took me, and I am still learning, it took me several years to get to where I'm at right now. But you know what? It doesn't have to take you several years. Let me show you the ropes that I have gone through and the tools that I have used so that you can get there in months versus years. It requires work. It requires blood, sweat, and tears. It requires you to say enough of the insanity of me doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. It is time for you to take control of your life, and only you can invest in you. Only you can change you. No one can change another single person on this planet. But it is time to become our best version of ourselves, and I would love to help you on that journey. The link will be in the comments below to register for this online class. Grab a friend and join and grow together, and I can't wait to work with you. Okay, so what is it that we can do? The number one thing when we are feeling tired and sluggish and just having brain fog and just going, why am I so tired all the time? The number one thing we can do is think about how we are fueling our bodies. How are you fueling your precious bodies? I was traveling today and we were on the freeway and I noticed all these nice souped up cars. Nice cars, just very well driven. I mean, just you would just want to get in there and sit in the seat and go, man, that's comfortable, right? They look like nice cars. And I bet I'm not too far off when I say most people take really good care of their nice cars, yet neglecting their valuable body. You guys, our bodies are amazing. How are we treating our bodies? We take care of our cars and making sure they're getting their regular checkups and tune-ups and changing the oil and making sure the filters are clean and making sure everything is working good. Are we doing that with our bodies? How is our liver running? How is our kidneys and filtration system going with our urinary tract? How is that working out for us? How is our lymphatic system? Is it a smooth flow and things are just going great? Well, how do we know? If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling sluggish and you're having brain fog, the number one thing we can do is look at our diet. How are we fueling our precious bodies? Our bodies do so much for us, and they are so valuable. We can't even put a price and a value sticker on our bodies because we're priceless. We don't have X amount of dollar on anybody, right? We have value, so much value. Our cars, we can put a price tag on it. If we wanted to sell it today or get whatever value we want out of it, all we got to do is put a price tag on and go ahead and get that from the buyer that wants to buy our nice car. Okay, you cannot put a price tag on you. You are amazing and you are invaluable and you just are so much, right? We are children of God. And for a long time, I wasn't taking care of my body spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. How are we fueling our body? Let's start with our thinking. What are our thoughts like? Are we thinking I'm tired all the time? I just don't feel good. I'm upset all the time. And this bothers me. Are we complaining? Are we in a complaining state of mind? Check out where our thoughts are going. Because usually where our thoughts are going, if we are thinking in negative patterns, then we are not going to most likely reach for the healthier foods. When we change our mindset and our pattern, we tend to think, and it takes practice and it takes time, but I guarantee you when we focus on changing our thoughts and our thought patterns and our thought processes, then we start caring about what we put into our physical bodies and what we're feeding it. And it makes a difference. I'm a foot zone practitioner, and when I am working on the feet and going through the body systems, a lot of problems arise, right? A lot of us have physical issues, I myself included. If we are eating, the standard American diet, or if we are eating stuff and it's next to impossible to eat 100% clean, I do my best, right, to eat and fuel my body properly. And yet there's still stuff out there. But what kind of fuel are you feeding your body? When we are shopping in the interior aisles of the grocery store, they are loaded with sugars and high fructose corn syrup. You want to know why we have a weight problem? It's because of the hydrogenated oils and the high fructose corn syrup and sugar. You guys, I took sugar out of my diet for a full year and a half, and I thought more clearly in my 40s than I did in my 30s. And then it's so easy. Sugar is so addicting. If you just slide back and get into it, it's all the more harder to quit. So it's addictive. It's been designed that way. And sugar is more addicting than cocaine. It's crazy. But I noticed when I lifted sugar out of my diet and I replaced my sweet tooth, we all want to have something sweet and savory to taste. When I switched over to medjool dates and dried fruits and different things, fresh fruits, and retrained my taste buds, after a few months without sugar, things started tasting really good in their natural form. Just retraining our bodies to eat what God has designed our bodies to eat, whole foods, and foods that aren't full of additives, preservatives. There are so many artificial sweeteners, preservatives, additives, natural flavors, natural flavoring. Boy, if we can cut all those out of our diet as much as we can, we're going to be better off health-wise. In the mind, our food is affecting our thought processes. Our food has a huge impact on our emotions and how we are feeling. I know of somebody that ate pork 6 months ago and they didn't like the way it made them feel. And then they ate it again not too long ago, and they said, wow, I had such anxiety come over me, the anxiety that came over me, and it was after I ate that pork. Pay attention to your body and what it's doing after every meal. Dairy isn't very good on the system. It bogs it down. Listen to your body. Dairy is okay if you're getting it in the purest form, right? But a lot of the times there's growth hormones added to it. There's the processing of it changes its form, and it does more harm than good to our bodies. It's so important to listen how we react. I'm not here to tell people stay away from this, eat this. Of course, eat your fruits and vegetables and your wholesome and your nuts and your grains and things that are natural in their most natural state. Those are awesome for our bodies. It is so important. I am a true believer in intuitive eating, and that means being aware after each meal, after you eat something. I have to watch everything I eat just because of the way I feel after each meal. And if you're getting bloated, if you have heartburn, or if you have different things going on, it is so important to be in tune to your body with what's going on, and to switch your eating habits to accommodate how you're feeling. If you want to feel better, start taking things out. Start with the meal that you ate last and just ask yourself, okay, that was a heavy meal. What was the cause of this? What was the cause of my bloating? What was the cause of my constipation? Did you know that most Americans have 15 to 20 pounds of trapped food in their intestines? Crap, blocked up in their intestines. So it's so important that we are able to move that through, and it's important to clean that up, clean our liver up, clean our digestive tract up, and get the sluggishness gone. How much water are we drinking? How much fiber are we adding to our diet? Aloe vera juice, if you can get it in the raw organic state and include that aloe vera juice, it will help strengthen your digestive tract. Chlorophyll is another thing that we can add to help strengthen our digestive tract, help clean things up. We have bogged down our systems. When I say we, the American people, society, we have a sad diet. The standard American diet is not sustainable if you want to have health in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's important to recognize the dangers that that are in our foods. All the dyes and the preservatives and the sugars and the corn syrup and the high fructose corn syrup, and I can go on and on. If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. There is so much added to our foods. It's crazy. And so in order to take back our health, we must be willing to get rid of some processed things, and it takes a lot of willpower, and your body, you need to allow it to go through the detox process. It's important that you allow that detox to take place, which is super hard, especially if you're coming off of sugar, especially if you have a soda addiction or sweet tooths and you're eating candy bars all the time. And it's more out of habit when you reach for that candy at night or something to satisfy that sweet tooth craving. It is so important to replace it with healthier options. But when you get rid of it and you go 3 to 6 months, and the longer you go, the easier it is to stay away from that stuff. And when you go 3 to 6 months without sugar and without the heavy foods that are bogging you down, the white flours and the heavy foods, when you go for a long period, the longer it gets of period of time of skipping out on that stuff, you are going to start to feel amazing. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel your energy coming up. You're going to feel less tired. You're going to just feel like a whole new person. And it helps, not only is it going to help you on how you feel, but it's going to help your hormones balance out. It's going to help you in so many ways. And when you're feeling good physically, getting your body, it's so important to focus on getting your body to feel good physically first, so that you can then include the balance of spiritual, emotional, and mental healing. When we focus on helping the health of our physical bodies first, because if we don't have good health and we're always having these aches and pains going on, and we're always having digestive issues or bloating or inflammation problems and getting pain in our bodies, that's what we are focused on all the time. And then it detracts us from healing spiritually, emotionally, mentally. So get healthy physically. When we start focusing on our physical, then we can focus on the rest. Also, it goes hand in hand though. You can focus on getting healthy physically all you want, but if you're not working on cleaning up your thought processes and, instead of saying, I could never do that, switch it to, I can. I want a healthy body. I am willing. Be willing to go through the work. Be willing to take one thing out of your diet at a time that's harming your health. Energy drinks and soft drinks and all these things all these drinks that are loaded with sugar are hurting our bodies. They're affecting our bone density. They're affecting so many things in our bodies that if we don't take a handle of it in our younger years, we will pay for it sooner or later. So investing in our health now is a great way to show self-love, show self-care. When we take care of ourselves and we're feeling pretty good, we're able to take care of others around us. So my suggestion is to invest in you. Be willing to a lot of people want to say, you know what, I'm going to just die happy. I like what I'm eating and I don't care. It just tastes so good. It's great and fine when you're not having health problems, but when your 70s and 80s hit, I don't know, maybe you're thinking, thought processes might think, I wished I would have had more fiber to my diet. I wished I would have added more exercise. I wished I would have intuitively listened to my body instead of ignore it for all these years. Our body talks to us all the time. It's so important to slow down and listen to our bodies. Take care of your body. Your body is so valuable, and there is not a price tag on your body. And it's so important to be able to go through life feeling balanced in a spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical way. So I encourage you to, let's hear your struggles. Struggles, it's so hard. Like, I try to eat so healthy, and then every once in a while, those snacky foods that you can get on the snacky aisles are addicting. And sometimes I reach for those. And it's important that you don't beat yourself up for not being 100% of what you know to be good for your body, but celebrate the wins, and just little bits at a time until you can have more. The more we take control and the more willpower. A lot of people will tell me all the time, I could never do what you're doing. You eat so healthy. Wow. And I'm like, I don't eat the healthiest, which we can all do better than what we're doing, but don't put me on the pedestal that I'm eating so much healthier than you, because anybody can do it. It's not that you can't do it, it's will you do it? And there's a difference between can do and will do. And everybody can do it. It's just will you? A lot of people say they can't. I can't do that. I could never do that. And that's a lie. It's a lie that you're telling yourself, because you could do anything you set your mind to. If it's important to you, if it's a priority to you, if feeling good matters to you, if having physical health matters to you, if you want to walk with a spring in your step rather than a heavy, sluggish, slow yourself down, it matters how we're fueling our body. It matters what we're eating. Diet is the number one thing that we can do to change, to help clear our minds, to help make our bodies work more functional in a physical way, and it helps our mental capacity, and it helps our emotional state of being. Our food really has an effect. What you eat really matters and plays a huge part in how you feel. It's hands down the most important thing you can do is focus on how you're fueling that body. So my challenge to you is to take one thing you want to change this coming week. Change that one thing and work on it, and stay true to yourself. Stick to it. And then the next week, add another thing. Maybe you want to drink more water this week. Okay? Get in the habit of drinking more water, and then continue to drink more water and add another thing. Maybe you want to eat less meat. A lot of people are getting way too much protein in their diet. And so maybe you're going to just back off on the meat. If you're eating meat 3 times a day, that's way too much. Even once a day is way too much. most Americans eat way too much protein and have way too much protein in their diet. So just deciding how much you're going to cut out. And there's the healthier meats, the leaner meats, and then the fattier, not so healthy for you. So make better healthy choices. So, and then you build on that. The next week you realize, I'm not getting enough fiber, and I'm going to make sure I'm getting X amount of fruits and X amount of vegetables each day. I'm going to add it, and then just build. It's building and getting healthier. It's working on having a healthier you, because when you do that and make the changes within you, your family and friends will notice around you. They'll notice that you have a brighter energy and a glow about you, and they're gonna notice the difference it makes in your life. Whether they change their lifestyle or not, it doesn't matter. Just focus on changing you and how you feel. No one can put in the work for us. We have to do it on our own. So put in the comments what it is you're going to do to commit to this challenge. What are you going to do to be healthier? Me, I have a hard time remembering to take my minerals and my aloe vera juice to add into, and I am in that boat where I can eat more fruits and veggies. So that is what I'm committed to do this week. I am going to add up my minerals and more fruits and vegetables. So what is it you are going to do? What are you going to do to commit to having better physical health? So please like and subscribe to my channel. Feeling good is amazing, and I've been in both places where I feel so good and then when I don't feel so good. And we have that control, and no one forces us to put crap in our mouth and junk food and different things. We consciously make a choice, or kind of subconsciously. Sometimes we reach for those snacky foods and we just do it out of habit, and we're just on autopilot, just eating things that aren't benefiting our body. So become more aware of what it is you're reaching for and grabbing for, and replace it with healthier food options that are out there. Healthy eating doesn't have to be painful and not fun and enjoyable. So, and give yourself to retrain your taste buds, and eating whole foods will bring that back to you if you allow that. Just think, babies, when they were babies, or when you were a baby even, baby food is super bland. If you were to go buy a jar of baby food, carrots or sweet potatoes or whatever it is, or just bananas, or it's just that in the jar. It's so bland. You'd probably eat it and go, ooh, how do babies eat this and survive? But they eat it because it's more on the bland. We're not adding spices and sugars and different things, hopefully, to our babies' foods. And they're on the bland side. And so God gave us all these natural fruits and vegetables that are chock full of flavor. But if you're adding all the artificial flavoring and spices that have, artificial flavors and sweeteners and different things added to it, it's going to ruin your taste buds. You're going to think fruits and vegetables aren't that great on their own. Oh, I've got to have ranch to dip my fresh raw stuff. Honestly, give it a go without all the additive stuff, and you'll be amazed at how your taste buds change over time. Give it some time to change and enjoy your food. And another thing that I need to remind myself every day, day in and day out, a lot of us are not getting the nutritional value out of our food because we are not chewing our food and liquefying it long enough before we swallow. That is the first stage of our digesting and processing our food and nutrients into our bodies, is the chewing and getting it into a liquid form. So take the time to slow down and chew. And when I'm telling this to everybody, I'm telling it to myself, because for years and years, being a mom and always on the go, making sure I hurry and eat so I can feed the baby, and hurry and eat so we can go here, hurry and eat. And I have not gotten the nutrition out of my food for years. So a constant reminder to slow down, chew your food, liquefy it before you swallow, and I guarantee you we'll be eating a lot less and being able to feed our bodies more properly with the nutrients, because they're able to be digested and absorbed into the bloodstream and get the nutrients that they need, that our body needs out of the food. So go ahead and put your comment, your challenge, your goal, what you're committed to do this week to change to become your healthier you. God bless. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to check out that link for my online course. Bye. Talk to you later.